Good afternoon. I would like to welcome everybody back to the meeting. Please be seated. Before I begin, I would like to outline the domestic arrangements for this meeting. We are not expecting a fire practice, but if the alarm sounds, please leave the chamber and turn right down the stairway and through the emergency exit onto the ground floor. Please assemble in the public square in front of Cast beyond the fountain. Anybody with mobility issues should wait in the refuge area near the lift and use the intercom to call for assistance. This meeting will be recorded and published on the Council YouTube channel. By entering the Council chamber, you are accepting that you will be recorded and your images will be retained and broadcast by the Council. If any members of the public or press wish to record or film any part of today's meeting, please ensure this does not disturb proceedings. Can everyone ensure their mobile phones are switched to silent? As this is the Council's annual meeting, there is no provision on the agenda today for members or the public to ask questions. Can I remind members wishing to speak during the course of the meeting to indicate by pressing their large red button only once? When you are invited to speak, your microphone will be activated by governance staff. Please do not press your red button again, as this will switch off your microphone. You may only need to press your red button again when you have finished speaking. So this can cause some confusion. In the past, people are pressing the red button all the time. So please keep hold of your fingers, just press it once, and the team will do the rest. I would like to confirm I have received apologies from Councillors Stephen Barnett, Sam Booth, Gemma Cobby, Paul Cutts and Rob Dennis. Are there any other apologies for absence?
Councillor Short, Chair.
Thank you. Anybody else? Thank you. Oh.
Councillor Ransom.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Cox. Okay, item 6, to consider the extent, if any, to which the public and press are to be excluded from the meeting. There are no exempt items on today's agenda. Item 7, declarations of interest. Are there any declarations of interest, please? Okay, thank you. Item 8, minutes of the council meeting held on the 27th February 2025. Subject to correcting a spelling error for the word housing on page 21 of the minutes of the previous meeting, can these be agreed as a true and accurate record? Thank you for those that were here. Thank you for that. Item 9, announcements. I would like to welcome the Council's newly elected members to their first meeting in the Council chamber and wish all members the very best of luck for the new municipal year. I know that all members work tirelessly to achieve the best results for the people of Doncaster, and for that I thank you. Mayor Jones, do you have any announcements to make?
I do. Thank you, Chair. Chair, I would like to make an announcement in relation to the local election results and my mayoral priorities for this term. The local elections were fought on national issues of which we have very little say or control at local level, such as immigration, cost of living, and the decision to means test the winter fuel payment. Although these are national issues, they matter to people locally. I've always listened to local people, and I always will. So, in relation to those national issues, I hear you, I get it. It is disappointing that we have lost many good councillors over these national issues. The election results were a clear message to our Labour government that they need to listen and they need to bring about the positive change that was promised at the general election last year. Not only do we need to grow our economy, but we need to rebuild our public services and rebuild trust in politics. People want solutions. Politics has become a haven for empty promises and unrealistic, simplistic solutions to complex problems. Without a care for the division and frustration this causes in Doncaster and the communities across the country. So let me be perfectly honest with you all, and I say this to the residents and businesses of Doncaster. Yes, we have challenges in Doncaster to overcome, whether that be regenerating our town and city centres, tackling crime, antisocial behaviour, homelessness and begging. The solutions to all of these are not easy. There is no silver bullet. It will take time and will need partnership efforts together with additional government support and funding, alongside our residents and businesses playing their part. Talk is cheap. Actions speak louder than words. It's up to all councillors within this chamber to work with me and this council to deliver for our neighbourhoods, our communities and our Doncaster. I will be bringing forward a new borough strategy later this year, but my priorities for this mayoral term remain and are as follows. Reopening Doncaster Sheffield Airport, the single biggest investment in Doncaster for a generation, bringing freight and passenger flights back to Doncaster and set to reopen in spring 2026. Delivering jobs, growth, opportunity and prosperity for Doncaster residents and businesses. Working with government to rebuild our public services, repair our roads and bring about the positive change that people expect and deserve. Neighbourhood renewal and regenerating our town and city centres for high streets with investment plan for Asken, Bentley, Conisborough, Mexborough, Moor Ends, Stainford and our city centre, including Doncaster markets. And ensuring we continue to support and protect our residents through high quality and value for money council services. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor?
I have none, Chair, thank you.
Damien Chiabizek?
None, Chair.
Thank you. Moving on to item 10. Results of the combined local and mayoral elections held on the 1st of May 2025. This item is for members' information only and sets out the results of the combined local and mayoral elections held on the 1st of May. Can I draw your attention to an error contained within the printed agenda in Appendix A? Councillor Chris Kidger, who was elected in the Bessica ward, is a member of the Reform UK Party and not the Labour Party. This amendment will be included in the minutes of this meeting as a matter of public record. Does any member wish to speak on this item? Okay, thank you. Do members agreed to note the report? Thank you. Item 11, notification by the elected mayor of the composition of the executive and the elected mayor's scheme of delegations. Mayor Ross, would you like to introduce this item?
Thank you, Chair. I would like to introduce my new cabinet. As Mayor, I will lead on budget, policy and economic development. Councillor Glyn Jones is the Deputy Mayor and Cabinet Member for Environment, Housing and Safer Communities. Councillor James Church is the Cabinet Member for Neighbourhoods Planning and Public Health. Councillor Sue Farmer is the Cabinet Member for Children, Young People and Families. Councillor Dave Nevitt is the Cabinet Member for Adults, Wellbeing and Culture. My Cabinet and myself will work to deliver for Doncaster. I've already laid out my priorities for this mayoral term. These are critical for the prosperity of Doncaster. My vision is ambitious but achievable and will create a Doncaster that truly thrives and leaves no one behind. I ask that all councillors within this chamber work with me and deliver for our residents and our businesses. The years of austerity are over. We need to rebuild our public services, rebuild trust in politics and stimulate economic growth, delivering opportunity, jobs and prosperity across this great city of Doncaster. Thank you, Chair.
Can I thank the Mayor for the information she has provided? Item 12. Council appointed committees, subcommittees and terms of reference. The report asks Council to note that the terms of reference for the committees and subcommittees and seeks Council's approval to the proposed revisions to the terms of reference of the Audit Committee Health and Wellbeing Board and Planning Committee for the 2025-2026 municipal year. The revisions proposed are outlined within paragraphs 9 to 11 and in the appendix to the report. Does any member wish to speak on this item? Okay, thank you. Is that agreed? Thank you. Item 13, review of the allocation of seats on committees and subcommittees. The purpose of this report is to make appointments to committees and subcommittees of the Council. The nomination lists for proposing appointments to these committees have been provided to all elected members following consultation with group leaders. This is the document marked as Appendix A. In addition, the report sets out a number of recommendations to ensure committees and subcommittees are correctly constituted to discharge their functions. Does any member wish to speak on this item? Okay, thank you. Do members agree to the recommendations in the report and committee membership detailed at Appendix A? Is that agreed? Thank you. Item 14, appointment of chairs, vice chairs of committees and subcommittees. All members have been provided with a copy of the nomination list, which is in the document marked as Appendix B. This identifies those members nominated as chairs and vice chairs on the various council committees and subcommittees. Does any member wish to speak on this item? Okay, thank you. Do members agree to the recommendations in the report and Appendix B? Is that agreed? Thank you. Item 15, council appointments to outside bodies. The purpose of this report is to agree appointments to outside bodies for the 2025-26 municipal year. A hard copy of the nomination list have been provided to all elected members, which is in document marked as Appendix C. Does any member wish to speak on this item? Thank you. Do members agree to the recommendations in the report and the nominations proposed at Appendix C? Is that agreed? Thank you. Item 16. I think I'm going to slow down because this is going rapid, isn't it? It's the fastest council meeting ever known. Item 16, diary of meetings. The purpose of the report is to approve the schedule of meetings for the 2025-26 and 26-27 municipal years. Does any member wish to speak on this item? Okay, thank you. Do members agree to the recommendations in the report? Thank you. Item 17. This report proposes the Council's approach to member development to support councillors during their current term of office. I can't even say that word. An indicative scheduling of training and briefing sessions is attached in Appendix A, which we saw earlier, and this programme will be reviewed and amended during the year in consultation with the Member Development Working Group. Again, does any member wish to speak on this matter? Okay, thank you. Do members agree to the recommendations in this report? Agreed, thank you. Item 18, disclosure and barring service, DBS, checks for councillors. This report seeks council approval to continue with the City of Doncaster Council's current position on enhanced disclosure and barring checks for specified elected members and endorse that all remaining electorate members voluntarily obtain a basic level check. This report relates to a motion agreed by Council on the 23rd of January 2025 that this Council agrees for the Head of Paid Services to investigate the legislative situation in relation to all CDC councillors undertaking a DBS check for a report and subsequent policy to be brought to annual council. Okay. Mayor Ross.
Thank you, Chair. The protection of our children and vulnerable adults is of utmost importance and a priority. As Labour councillors, we accept the recommended option and all Labour councillors will undertake DBS checks voluntarily and, if required, enhanced checks.
Thank you, Mayor Ros. Does anybody else wish to speak on this matter? Councillor Jane Cox, please.
I'd like to thank Damien for bringing this report following our motion. It has taken several years for the Mayor to accept that we do need DBS checks, because in a previous ask many years ago, the Labour policy was that we weren't to have them. So I'd just like to thank Damien for clarifying the matter, and I look forward to everybody's DBS checks.
Thank you, Councillor Cox. Anybody else wish to speak on this matter? Okay, thank you. Do members agree to the recommendations in the report? Agreed. Thank you very much for that. The recommendations in the report have been agreed. Members, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the business of the annual general meeting. Thank you all for attending the meeting. I now declare the annual council meeting closed. Thank you.